Breaking news for you with Tigray forces which were in Afar region for the last around 2 months now. They have made an announcement. It was the end of January when Tigray government decided to launch a military offensive on the Afar region. Tigray government has said that it wanted to push back Afar militias backed by Eritrean forces away from Tigray Afar border. Since then, we have been updating you about TDF's offensive in Afar. We have been reporting that there is a secret agreement between Tigray and Afar governments, Tigray and Ethiopian governments, that gradually Tigray forces will start withdrawing from the Afar region. We have been saying that Tigray forces should withdraw from some parts of Afar as a confidence building measure. Now we have a breaking news for you. Tigray has officially announced that its forces have started their withdrawal from the Afar region of Ethiopia. Tigray TV has also shared a statement in this regard. The statement says that Tigray forces are withdrawing. They have withdrawn from Arabati. Arabati is one of the 5 waradas which have been under the control of Tigray Defense Force. Abala, Magale, Arabati, Kannaba, Birhale. These are the 5 waradas which came under TDF control. And Arabati is along the route which passes from Samra to Makale. And TDF was in control of Arabati for more than 2 months. Now, several questions need to be answered. Firstly, viewers, is TDF withdrawing from all places in Afar? Is it just withdrawing from Arabati and Abala? Firstly. Secondly, what does it mean? Does it mean that Tigray is changing its position? That Tigray is on the back foot? What does it mean for the humanitarian truce announced more than 2 weeks ago? Firstly, what we have confirmed is that so far the withdrawal has started from Arabati. What about Kannaba and Birhale? It's not clear. Maybe in coming I'll be able to update you about Birhale and Kannaba too. If TDF withdraws from Arabati, it will withdraw from Abala as well, which is right on Tigray Afar border. So Tigray Defense Force wants to clear the entire route along which humanitarian aid convoys travel from Samra to Makale. As regards TDF's presence in Birhale, Kannaba, it could happen as well. Secondly, does it mean that TDF is on the back foot? No. I have been updating you that there was an understanding between Tigray government and Ethiopian federal government that after the start of aid supplies to Tigray, gradually Tigray forces will start withdrawing from the Afar region. And that is what is happening. And we know that Afar authorities, they were pressing the mediators that the mediators should press Tigray government to keep its promise. It promised to start withdrawing from Afar after the start of aid supplies to Tigray. So now you see that Tigray forces have started their withdrawal from the Afar region, from Arabati at least. From other places, we could see withdrawal coming hours. Secondly, now Tigray government wants immediate improvement in the delivery of aid to Tigray. We know that Just 2022 trucks have arrived in Tigray so far in the last 2 weeks since the announcement of truce by the two parties. Now, Tigray wants a speedy delivery of aid through Afar to Tigray. Will Afar now block the aid? Obviously, it will have no justification to block the aid. Ethiopian government will have no justification to block the aid now if Tigray Defense Force withdraws from all the places close to the road, Sumra, Makele road. Overall, we can say that it's an extremely positive gesture, a very encouraging development. Things are moving in the right direction, though gradually, slowly. We have been hearing reports, unconfirmed claims by some activists, some organizations that Eritrean forces are planning a major offensive on Tigray through Afar, that some meetings were held between Eritrean and Ethiopian generals, that Eritrean military has been seen moving towards Tigray through Afar. Now you see, viewers, it seems that this withdrawal is not sudden. It was agreed by the two parties before the start of the truce. What we were hearing was a way of putting pressure upon Ethiopian government. Now, TDF could have withdrawn before the start of truce. Why now? I think TDF has made it clear. Tigray government has made it clear that if aid is stopped again, it can once again enter Afar, and it will not allow the aid to be blocked by Afar authorities. So it was a message. This military offensive on Afar from Tigray government, it was a message that Afar should not be part of this conflict. And I don't think that Afar government would be part of this conflict. It would be involved in blocking aid to Tigray. But this military offensive by Tigray government has inflicted heavy humanitarian loss on Afar region. Hundreds of thousands have been displaced, and still they are displaced. They are without shelter, without food in Afar region. Aid agencies have been reluctant to reach the people who are in deserts, who are under the trees in Afar region. So now situation will gradually improve in coming days. Will TDF withdraw from Wag Himra, North Gondar? Let's see. I don't think so. I was saying that TDF could withdraw from Afar, and that's what's happening now. We're not sure about TDF's withdrawal from other places in Amhara region. We have a clip for you. The clip is sort of announcement, an official announcement from Tigray government. Through Tigray TV, Tigray government made this announcement. It's that it has announced that it has decided to withdraw its forces from the Afar region. In the clip, there is only mention of Arabati. No mention that Tigray forces are withdrawing from all places in the Afar region. You would hear that just Arabati is mentioned. But again, in the clip, Tigray government is urging that now there must be speedy delivery of aid to Tigray. International community must now ensure this speedy delivery of aid to Tigray. Watch this clip of Tigray TV. Thanks for watching.
The government of Tigray announced today that it has withdrawn its forces from Iripti and Afar regional states in accordance with its declaration of humanitarian truce late last month. A statement issued by Tigray's Bureau of Communication today reiterated the government's commitment to the humanitarian truce and to ensuring that humanitarian aid is able to reach those in need. The statement also said that it's expected to see immediate improvements in access to humanitarian aid and would not accept a situation in which the siege continues under false pretense of a humanitarian truce. The statement also called on the international community to play its part to ensure humanitarian aid is able to reach Tigray and all essential services are restored.